According to the PolarisProject.org and the International Labor Organization 2012 report, 2 are sold every minute. 4.5 million are sold globally, and items sell anywhere from $90 to $10,000 per transaction. Experts estimate that this industry profits around $150 billion per year, and the U.S. has the second largest type of this industry, following Germany. If you haven't figured out what we're speaking of yet, we're talking about human sex trafficking, not Google, not Facebook, but the selling of humans. So what is human sex trafficking? Well, according to the Trafficking Victim Protection Act, sex trafficking is the use of violent threats, lies, debt, and bondage and other forms of coercion that forces men, women, and children into commercial sex against their will. According to our federal law, any minor under the age of 18 who is forced into having commercial sex is a victim of human sex trafficking, whether or not the trafficker forced them with lies, bondage, or other coercions. Human sex trafficking is an issue for men, women, and children every day here in the United States. According to the Criminal Justice Review by Edward Schauer, 18,000 people are trafficked into the U.S. each year, more than any drugs that come into our U.S. Out of those, 96% are women, and over half of them are children. According to the international crime, appears to be increasingly shifting from drug trafficking to human sex trafficking. Why is this? It's a question that everyone should be asking. Well, here's why. Sadly, the humans profit more than drugs. You can sell a woman, a child, several times a day and forcing them to have sex, and you're getting money each transaction compared to selling a drug once. Humans are easier to move than in store compared to drugs, and there are fewer risks with selling humans than there is trafficking drugs. Human trafficking will eventually become the #1 international crime here in the U.S. in about 10 years. It will surpass drug use. So who chooses to do this, and who makes these women, children, and men get forced into having sex and being slaves every day? In the U.S., traffickers range from anyone from a teenage boy to a female to an older male as a pimp. They sell and prostitute women and men and children each day. Why did they get into this industry? Who chooses to do this? According to the Congressional Research Study, traffickers cited certain factors that made them get into this industry. They were exposed to sex and work by family members. They were told against their will they had to do this. There's a lack of jobs. There's just no excuse for this. We need to find a solution. So what are we doing here in the United States? Sadly, it took a little too long. The first law was put into place in 2000. This was the Victim of Trafficking and Protection Act, and their goal was to punish traffickers and try to give support to those who were a victim. But what were we not focusing on? We were not focusing on the fact that over half of these people were also children, which is a major, major issue for them, let alone everyone else. That came to an issue on January 10th, 2006. The Trafficking Victim Protection Regularization Act was put into place. This law sought out to address the special needs of children and also victims that were coming from other countries into the U.S. and were given support. Sadly, we're not still doing enough. You can't say that you hear about this every day or that it's really been put into place by our U.S. government to make it be recognizable. You hear still more about drugs than you do human sex trafficking. Human sex trafficking is a prime issue here in the United States, and we need to realize it. It's not recognized enough. Modern day slavery, and it's an issue. It could be your son, it could be your daughter, it could be your mother. Sadly, these people are just sometimes taken. It's like the movie Taken, if you look at it, and it's even going out overseas. These people are very sly in how they get people to be into this. They can force them to come over here for paying off a family debt. They could make them come over here promising them a better life. Sometimes kids and women are just taken off the streets and forced into this. We need to take the step to inform everyone about this issue. This is not an issue that's just miles away into another country. This is happening here in the United States each and every day in our own home, the home where everyone has the right to know that they are free. Go to help get this word out and to get this going, to make people more informed, go to the polarisproject.org and become informed and inform others. Recognize the signs, the issues, and the statistics of this issue. It's the only way we are going to make it better. It is up to us to decide what the future for these women, men, and children could hold. Thank you for having the time to listen to this. Thank you.